Hello everybody. I'd like to show you something that I purchased today. A broken guitar. This video is going to be a before and after of this guitar to show you basically what you can really make when you shine a turd, so to speak. So basically what this is a Ibanez RG350DX. Now, the reason I bought this was because it's missing the headstock. Now, the thing about it is, though, is that all the pieces are here. And I know from experience that, especially on a guitar that has a locking nut, you'll actually find that who really cares about the headstock, because everything is locked down right here at the nut. So you don't really need to worry about intonation or anything. Like this stuff all here, this is really just pretty. Who cares? So what you'll find is, see, this is like all the wood still here. So if I can do a good job of gluing this and clamping it down and everything, what I'll end up with is basically a guitar for, I mean, I paid very, very little for this because it was broke. But all the pieces are here. The truss rod's still there, and it looks like it's in good shape. Even the truss rod cover is still here. All the pieces are here, so I don't need to worry too much. I'm pretty sure I can get this to work. Now, the headstock is going to be a little bit ugly, maybe. What I plan on doing is maybe taking some acrylic paint and try and fill this in a little bit. I don't know. I may either do that or may figure out some other way to make it look cool and not make it look like I'm hiding anything. But basically, like I said, this is an Ibanez RG350DX, made in Indonesia. I think they stopped selling this particular model, but couple interesting things. The tuners are kind of no-name tuners. Basically, just to go down the stats real fast on this, this is a Edge 3, an Edge 3 tremolo, and I actually have the whammy bar somewhere. I think I left it in the car, but basically this is an Edge 3 bridge, which some people say isn't really that bad if you learn how to set it up. Now, if I look at this at the side, it actually seems like the way they have it right now is actually pretty level. That's the key to these bridges, is you want to make sure that they're level, because otherwise if they're tilted up or tilted down, a lot of times that's why they go out of tune so quick. So, basswood body. Now, there is some dings and scratches and stuff on this, but I'm going to try to get some of those out. There's some dings up here. Again, I may try and use some acrylic paint or something to at least fill it in or sand it up a little bit to make it look like it's not so bad. We'll see how that works out for me. This has got the INF3 in the neck, INF4 in the bridge, and INFS3 single coil in the middle. 5-way switch, works like almost every Ibanez with this configuration does. The frets look a little rough. There's actually, I think there's a decent amount of life left on the frets. They're not really worn down or anything. They're just kind of corroded and gross looking. I don't know if you could see that fretboard in there, but it's actually not badly, like the inlays are pretty decent and stuff. I've seen better, but it's not bad. The rosewood looks like it's got a nice grain to it. It feels like the board is pretty smooth for a rosewood fretboard compared to some others I've seen. The hardware is a little bit rusty. I might try and see if I can use a little bit of Brasso or something on there to try and get some of the corrosion off, get some of the dog hair out of there. The pick guard's in good shape. I don't see any cracks or anything in it. The potentiometers are a little rough, so we'll see what that is. And unfortunately, by looking at the back, I mean, you can tell this is not the 350 model that has the the knurled knob here that you would use to adjust the springs. So you will have to take this off to adjust it. That's unfortunate. I was hoping it was the newer model. I think this one's around 2007. But all in all, not bad. I'm kind of used to Floyd Rose style bridges, so I don't think it'll be too bad. This model does have binding on the side of the fretboard. That's a pretty nice feature for guitars in this range. I think these are about 350 to 400 brand new, is what they were. So this one's a little beat up, but I think with a little bit of love, I think it'll be a pretty nice guitar. So first off, I'm not afraid of electronics because I'm pretty good with a soldering gun, but I thought it would be interesting just to check it out when you... Now, so basically what I learned from that is that it works in all the positions. So the electronics work, although the jack is really loose on this thing. So that needs to be tightened up. The pots are a little, I don't want to say scratchy, but they're a little stiff. I think that could be put a little contact cleaner in that, and I think that'll be nice. But overall, I'm pretty excited to get started on this because I think that I can either make a few bucks off of it, or maybe it'll be better than one of my other guitars, and maybe I'll sell something else instead. So yeah, all in all, I think this will be pretty cool. But I look forward to checking back in with you in a week or so once I get this fixed up, and I'll show you what it's like. So thanks a lot.